Alright, we made it to our main lesson. Today it's going to be a short one. We're only going to work through a couple problems together before you go and try some on your own. Now, I will say, this is our last lesson in this unit. So then tomorrow I'm going to have some review questions for you so you can review a couple and try them your own way and get comfortable with them. And then on Friday, I'm going to have an assessment for you guys to do, so you won't have a video lesson. You'll just have a small test that you'll have to take. But that'll work the same way. I'll explain that later in another video. But let's get going. So our first problem we're going to work through, and we're going to use the number bond to do this. We're going to do 16 plus 12. So go ahead and write that on your board. And now remember, we've been working with double-digit numbers in addition equations, and we have to pay attention to the ones digit, because sometimes those add up to more than 10 or more. And if they add up to 10 or more, we need to make sure that we are moving that group of 10 that we made into the tens place for an extra 10, okay? My dog wants out of the room, one sec. All right, so we have 16 written on our board. I'm going to draw the number bond underneath the 12. That's our smaller number, so I'm going to break up a smaller number. It's a little bit easier. But remember, we can break up either one of the numbers. So on a test, unless I tell you which number I want you to write the number bond under, you can pick. Doesn't matter. But we're going to do it under the 12, so we're all working with the same problem. Now I want to break my 12 into its tens and ones. So how do I do that? We're going to look at the tens place and the ones place. The tens place is always on the left. So, how many tens do we have? 110. How many ones is 110? It is 10. So there we have our tens place. We have 110. And then now we look at our ones place to see how many ones we have. What number is that? 2. So we have 2 ones. Now remember, if I break my 12 up into 2 separate groups, do I have a 12 anymore? Nope, I don't. So what am I going to do with that 12? I'm going to cross it out. Oh, we don't have a group of 12 anymore. We took that group of 12 and split it into a group of 10 and a group of 2. Now, I want to add my tens together. I have 16 plus 10. So I'm going to write that out as a number sentence. You should too. Now, if I'm looking at 16 plus 10, I'm going to look at my tens places first. So I have 110 plus 110. What is 1 cookie plus 1 cookie? How many cookies do you have? You have 2 cookies. So 110 plus 110 is 2 tens. So in my tens place, I'm going to write a 2. And now we're going to look at our ones. We have 6 ones plus 0. What is 6 plus 0? That's an easy one. Yeah, that's 6. If we're not adding anything on to 6, so we still have 6. Now, did we make a full group of 10 by adding 6 plus 0? We didn't. 6 isn't a full group of 10 yet. So we get to write 6 in the ones place and leave 2 the same because we didn't make another group of 10, so we don't need to add on another group of 10. All right, now let's see. I used my 16, cross it out. I used my 10, I cross it out. What number do I have left that I have not used yet? Maya, you coming back in? Just walking all over the place. Sorry. What number haven't I used yet? The number 2. It's the only one that's not crossed out yet. And I have to use the number I added together the number I got when I added 16 and 10 together. So I'm going to take 26 and move it down. And then I need to take my 2 and move it down. Okay, now if we're looking at this, and I'm adding my tens together, in the number 26, how many tens do I have? I have 2. And if I'm looking at the number 2, is 2 a full group of 10? If I only have 2, I don't have a full group of 10. So I don't have any 10s in here, so the 2 must stay the same for how many 10s I have. So 2 plus 0, 10, 2 10s plus 0 10s equals 2 10s. Then I have 6 1s plus 2 1s. What is 6 plus 2? Let's count on. Ready? 6, 7, 8. So I added my 2 more and I got 8. Alrighty. Now since 8 doesn't make a full group of 10, I don't have to move anything over and add into the tens places. Because I didn't make another group of 10, I only have 8. So that stays in the ones place. So our answer for 16 plus 12 is 28. And that's how we solve the problem using our number bonds. Now during your math assessment, you guys will get to pick, I believe, I haven't decided yet actually. There's going to be some problems where you get to pick the method you use. So that's why we go over these different methods. You can use a number bond method, you could use the 10-stick drawings, or you could use a tape diagram. Whichever one you choose. I might have some questions though that you need to do them a certain way. Haven't decided yet. But let's erase our boards, or find a blank blank spot on our piece of paper, and let's solve one more problem together. And that problem is 28 plus 12. Okay. 28 plus 12. Now this one I'm not going to use the number bonds. We're going to use this one, or we're going to do this one with our 10-stick drawings. So, to do that, we show our picture directly under those numbers. Because I don't want to show the picture of 28 under 12, because that gets confusing. I want the picture of 28 to be under 28, okay? So, are we going to look at our 10s first, or our 1s first? We're going to look at our 10s first. Those always go first. We have 2 10s, so I'm going to draw 2 10s. Ready? Do it with me. 1, 2. Nice big 10 sticks. Now, I'm going to get my nifty magnetic 10 frame. Give me a second. And how many 1s do I need to show? 8. So I have 5 on the top, and then I need to add a couple more up here. We always put 5 on the top. We got to remember this because I've seen in some of our work that you guys show me. It's awesome, but sometimes we're getting a little confused because we have more than 5 on the top row. We want to keep our pictures nice and neat, so when we're going back and looking at our work, we don't get confused, and we can solve the problem a little bit better and quicker when everything is organized really nice and clearly. So we have 5, 6, 7, 8. There's my 28. 2 10s, 2 10s. 8 1s, 8 1s. Alright? Now we got to show the number 12. How many 10s are in the number 12? Look at our 10s place. There's a 1 there, so there's 1 10. Alright, so let's draw 1 10. There we go. There's my 1 10. Let me get my next number bond. Or, sorry, not number bond, 10 frame. How many 1s do I have in the number 12? I have 2. There's a 2 in the 1s place, so I have 2 1s. 1, 2. There we go. There's my number 12 shown. 1 10, 1 10. 2 1s, 2 1s. All right, our picture is complete. We have 28 plus 12 in picture form and number form. Now, when we're adding things together, we are combining those two numbers, so we're going to combine these two pictures. Are we going to start with the 10s or the 1s first? We're going to start with the 10s. So let's count how many 10s we have all together. Ready? We have 1, 2, over here, this 1 makes 3. So 1, 2, 3 10s. So let's draw those 3 10s all together. 1, 2, 3. Now it's almost like I'm moving them down together, so I'm just going to erase them. Because imagine I just took those 3 tens and brought them down here into one big picture. Okay? Now, we combined our tens. Now we need to go add our ones together. So we have 8 ones plus 2 ones. Where do you think these 2 ones can go? I see 2 empty spaces right there. Can we put them together in that picture? Yes, we can. So 8 plus 2 more equals a full group of 10. So we have another 10 here. So if I'm looking at my picture, I see 3 tens. So, okay, a 3 goes in the ones place. And then I see another 10. Do I write 10 here? Is our answer 310? That's really, really big. I don't think that's our answer. Remember, when our ones places add up to 10 or more, we are making another group of 10. How do we show a group of 10? Because we don't show a group of 10 with our full 10 frame. We've been showing a group of 10 with our 10 sticks. So since I made another group of 10, I'm going to get rid of it being shown like this, and I'm going to show it with a 10 stick. So our answer isn't 310. What is our answer? How many 10s do I have? Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have 4 10s. Do I have any extra ones left? We added our ones together. Was I left with any extra ones? I was not, so I have 0 ones. So our answer to 28 plus 12 must be 40. All right, there we go. That's it for today. Good job. Remember, the tricky part is making sure that when we are adding our ones together, if it makes another group of 10, like it did in this problem, we have to make sure we are showing it as another group of 10. All right, otherwise our number is going to get really too big, like you saw with 310. Okay? All right, awesome job. For your assessment, you're going to have a couple problems just like this one. I'll explain that in the next video. Great job, keep it up, and I will see you in a sec. Exit out of this one, head over to the assessment video.